Hey everyone. Welcome to Top Tech News, your news channel for getting updated with the latest and breaking tech news. To read the full news article for any of the news that we cover, simply click on its link given below in the description. Want to stay updated and ahead of the world? Then show us some love and hit the subscribe button below and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. This way you would be informed whenever we upload a new video. Hi, my name is Dee and I am your host for today. This is a special edition covering the biggest announcements from Apple's high-speed event. And there's a lot to cover. So let's get started. Apple is fantastic in marketing and it was again on display during its event. The build-up for this event was crazy and Apple did not disappoint. It showcased 4 new iPhone 12 phones featuring all new designs and with support for 5G wireless networks. First up, let's talk about iPhone 12. Featuring the same 6.1-inch display size as the iPhone 11 and iPhone X or before it, the latest main iPhone, and likely the model most people will gravitate toward, is making the transition from an LCD screen to OLED. And as rumored, the phone has flat aluminum sides for an overall look that more closely matches the iPad Pro and iPad Air. Aside from the flat sides, it still largely resembles the iPhone 11. There's still a notch at the top that houses Apple's Face ID technology, though the bezels around the screen have been reduced, another perk of the OLED switch. Around the back, the iPhone 12 has 2 cameras housed in a matte glass squircle, which makes for a nice contrast with the rest of the glossy back panel. The iPhone 12's OLED screen, which they refer to as Super Retina XDR display, has a peak brightness of 1200 nits and supports Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG. The glass is coated with what Apple describes as a ceramic shield for better durability. It's made by introducing nano-ceramic crystals, which are actually harder than most metals, into glass. Sounds simple, but it's incredibly difficult because ceramic isn't transparent. By controlling the type of crystals and degree of crystallinity, Apple developed an exclusive formula that maximizes the toughness of the ceramic while remaining optically clear. This was the breakthrough that made Ceramic Shield ideally suited for the display. It's a first in any smartphone, and it's tougher than any smartphone glass with 4 times greater resistance to damage from drops. Water and dust resistance has also been improved to an IP68 rating. The phone is powered by the company's new A14 Bionic processor, which the company says is the first smartphone chip built on a 5nm process, leading to improved performance and efficiency. It's also the same chip as iPhone 12 Pro. Apple claims it's up to 50% faster than the leading chips in Android smartphones. Same goes for the GPU, which Apple says is the best in any mobile phone. The iPhone 12 represents Apple's first major foray into 5G cellular technologies. Apple engineered custom antennas and radio components for high sensitivity and incredible efficiency. Verizon CEO Hans Vestberg was on hand during the event to announce the US-wide launch of the carrier's Sub-6 5G network. Apple says it has designed the iPhone 12 lineup to achieve ideal network performance while balancing battery life. A smart data mode uses LTE when your current activity doesn't demand 5G speeds. Apple says it has tested 5G performance with 100 carriers across 30 countries to ensure a smooth launch. The iPhone 12 has a 12-megapixel f1.6 main camera, the fastest aperture in any iPhone yet, and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide. Apple says low-light performance has improved, and the company has continued its advancements in computational photography to maximize detail and dynamic range. The front camera on the iPhone 12 is gaining night mode, as well. Apple has also sought to improve wireless charging on the iPhone 12, which contains a MagSafe system with built-in magnets to guarantee that the iPhone properly lines up with supported MagSafe accessories. Cases, charges, and other accessories snap onto the iPhone 12 magnetically. Apple is introducing a dual wireless charger for the iPhone and Apple Watch that utilizes the new MagSafe tech. As rumored, Apple's new iPhone 12 lineup will ship without wall chargers or Lightning ear pods in the box to reduce the phone's environmental impact, the company announced today. Instead, they'll come with just a USB-C to Lightning cable. The company says the move means it has to consume fewer raw materials for each iPhone sold. It also allows for a smaller retail box, which means 70% more units can fit on a single shipping pallet and reduce carbon emissions. Overall, Apple estimates the changes will cut over 2 million metric tons of carbon emissions annually, the equivalent of removing 450,000 cars from the road each year. The iPhone 12 will come in black, white, blue, red, and green. Pricing starts at $799. Pre-orders start this Friday, and the iPhone 12 will be available on October 23rd. For storage, you can pick between 64 gigabytes, 128 gigabytes, and 256 gigabytes. Alongside the 6.1-inch iPhone 12, Apple also introduced a smaller 5.4-inch model that it calls the iPhone 12 mini. It seems that Apple has squeezed a larger display than the 4.7-inch screen found on this year's iPhone SE into an iPhone 12 mini handset that's smaller overall. Apple has made the iPhone 12 mini smaller by removing Touch ID and replacing it with Face ID, alongside a significant reduction in bezels around the display. Apple claims it's the smallest, thinnest, and lightest 5G phone in the world. Like the iPhone 12 mini uses Apple's A14 Bionic, a 5nm chip with better energy efficiency and performance than the A13. It includes a 6-core CPU, 2 high and 4 low, that Apple claims is 50% faster than the A13 chip. It also includes a 4-core GPU, which Apple claims will enable console-quality games. The iPhone 12 mini shares the rest of the main iPhone 12 specs and design, too, including the flat aluminum sides. The shared specs include the 12-megapixel f1.6 main camera and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide as well. Apple has improved low-light performance on the iPhone 12 mini, and the front-facing camera will also include its own night mode. The display glass on the iPhone 12 mini is same as that of the iPhone 12, as it's also coated with ceramic shield for better durability. Water and dust resistance is also the same at an IP68 rating. Apple is also using the new MagSafe magnet system on the iPhone 12 mini. It supports wireless chargers, including Qi-enabled devices, case accessories, and even leather wallets that all snap onto the rear of the device. Apple's iPhone 12 mini is priced starting at $699 and will be available in 5 color options: blue, green, black, white, and red. Pre-orders for the iPhone 12 mini will begin on November 6th with the handset shipping on November 13th. But as always, the best was reserved for the last as Apple unveiled its 2020 flagship iPhones, the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max. Both the 6.1-inch iPhone 12 Pro and 6.7-inch iPhone 12 Pro Max are bigger than last year's 5.8-inch iPhone 11 Pro and 6.5-inch iPhone 11 Pro Max. The 6.7-inch iPhone 12 Pro Max, in particular, is notable for taking the crown as Apple's biggest phone to date. The Pro models features a stainless steel design, instead of the aluminum on the iPhone 12, in 4 colors: gray, stainless steel, gold, and a new blue. The new iPhone 12 Pro models will feature Apple's A14 Bionic chip, first introduced on the refreshed iPad Air last month, which VP Greg Joswiak has previously said was the most powerful chip ever made by Apple. The new chip is Apple's first to use a 5nm process, instead of the 7nm process used on last year's A13 Bionic. Apple says that both the new 6-core CPU and the 4-core GPU are the fastest ever, with performance that the company claims is up to 50% faster than any other phone. One of the biggest new additions on this year's models is 5G. The iPhone 12 Pro will support both sub-6 GHz and millimeter wave 5G, meaning that both phones should work with all the various types of 5G networks, especially in US from all 3 major telecom carriers. Apple says that it offers the most 5G bands of any smartphone, promising that it'll support a wide array of cellular carriers around the world and their various 5G standards. Also new and exclusive to the iPhone 12 Pro models is a LiDAR sensor, which, similar to the iPad Pro, will be used for additional AR effects. Apple also says that the LiDAR scanner will be used to help focus in low-light situation, making autofocus for low-light photography up to 6 times faster. It also enables night mode portrait photography shots. Like the iPhone 12 and 12 mini, the new iPhone 12 Pro models also offer ceramic shield technology, which Apple says offer 4 times better drop performance when it comes to preventing your phone from cracking when dropped. Like last year's iPhone 11 Pro models, Apple is once again offering a triple camera system on both the iPhone 12 Pro with 12-megapixel wide, telephoto, and ultra-wide camera lenses. The wide camera now offers a faster f1.6 aperture, which Apple says offers 27% improved low-light performance, while the 52mm focal telephoto now offers 4x optical zoom. The iPhone 12 Pro Max builds out the camera system even further. There's a new 12MP telephoto with a 65mm focal length that can optically zoom in up to 2.5 times. There's a new wide camera with an f1.6 aperture and a new OIS system. The wide sensor is also 47% larger, which combines with the lower aperture for 87% better low-light performance. Apple also teased a new feature it calls Apple Pro RAW that will be available on the iPhone 12 Pro and 12 Pro Max later this year. The company says that it'll offer existing computational photography benefits like its deep fusion and smart HDR, along with the flexibility of RAW photos. The format will be available across all 4 cameras, and will let users adjust things like sharpening, color highlights, and more while still taking advantage of Apple's existing photography enhancements. The new iPhone 12 Pro phones will also be able to shoot in 4K HDR video, a first for the product line, including support for shooting directly in Dolby Vision HDR, something that no other smartphone can do. The iPhone 12 will also be able to edit Dolby Vision HDR video straight from the Photos app right after you shoot. Like the iPhone 12 and 12 mini, the two iPhone 12 Pro models will also be compatible with Apple's newly announced MagSafe wireless chargers and accessories, which offer magnetically attached cases, charging pads, and even attachments like wallets. The iPhone 12 Pro will start at $999, and the iPhone 12 Pro Max will start at $1,099, with 128GB, 256GB, and 512GB storage options. Pre-orders for the iPhone 12 Pro will start on Friday, October 16th, and will ship a week later on October 23rd, while the iPhone 12 Pro Max will see pre-orders on November 6th and ship on November 13th. Well, that's about it for today. Hope you found it helpful. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications by clicking the bell icon. And do show us some love by clicking on the thumbs up button. Have a wonderful day everyone, and we will be back again soon.